Hello, I'm Dr. Erica Salazar, a Magnet Systems Lead at Commonwealth Fusion Systems. It's Friday, the 15th of October, and this is your Fusion News Update. Stories today include 1. Government sets out vision for UK's rollout of commercial fusion energy. 2. Harnessing the power of the sun on Earth, major advance in stellarator performance for fusion energy. 3. Finland breeds business from cross-disciplinary fusion reactor research. And 4. Exhibition brings fusion power to the people of Marseille. And I've got a couple bonuses for you at the end. 1. Government sets out vision for UK's rollout of commercial fusion energy. As you may remember, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson set out a 10-point plan for a green industrial revolution to combat global warming back in November of 2020. Well, on October 1st of 2021, the UK government has published 2 papers, the first titled Fusion Strategy, which elaborates on strategic commercialization plans to enable fusion energy as a revolutionary technology, and the second paper, the Fusion Green Paper, by Science Minister George Freeman, details the legislation plans for deploying fusion energy in the UK. The UK's Fusion Green Paper is an exciting milestone for the fusion energy. This is because the UK is the first country to publish detailed plans on how it intends to legislate the deployment of fusion energy. Because of the low hazards associated with fusion energy production, the Green Paper proposes a proportionate non-nuclear regulatory approach which will provide safe and efficient technology implementation alongside with innovation-friendly regulation. Alongside the Green Paper is the Fusion Strategy Paper. This paper lays out how the UK will commercialize its fusion power technology with 2 overarching goals. The first is to demonstrate commercial viability by building a prototype fusion power plant to put energy on the grid. And the second is to build a world-leading fusion industry with the ability to export these technologies around the world. In regards to these 2 government reports, Professor Ian Chapman, the CEO of UKAEA, remarks, "This is the first time the UK government has ever published a strategy for fusion, which exemplifies the importance of fusion in its plans. The fact that it is also consulting on how fusion power plants will be regulated in the future also shows the high-level support and progressive approach to enabling fusion to happen here in the UK. 2. Harnessing the power of the sun on Earth, major advance in stellarator performance for fusion energy. A stellarator is a type of fusion device that uses magnetic fields to confine a plasma. Stellarators are known for the complex shapes of the surrounding magnets in order to simplify the control and minimize the risk of plasma disruptions. However, the complexity of the device's manufacturing and design and the poor heat confinement of previous stellarator designs due to neoclassical transport has slowed down progress. An optimized design of the W7X stellarator in Germany aims to reduce the heat loss caused by the neoclassical transport and ultimately demonstrate the feasibility of stellarator design as a future fusion power plant concept. Recently, SciTech Daily wrote an article highlighting the successful results of a report published in Nature magazine that experimentally confirms a sharp reduction of heat loss caused by neoclassical transport, which proves the W7X capable of reaching temperatures of up to 2 times the core temperature of the sun. We covered the original story in Fusion News on the 20th of August, but this article tells us how the measurement was obtained and verified by 2 different diagnostic instruments called XICS and CXRS, developed by scientists from the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory and the Max Planck Institute for Plasma Physics. Robert Wolf, the head of W7X Heating and Operating Division, says, "Without the XICS, we probably would not have discovered this good confinement regime. We needed a readily available ion temperature measurement, and this was extremely valuable." These results truly highlight the importance and the contributions of every part of a complex fusion device, from the large magnets and the vacuum vessels to the small diagnostics, the unseen controls, and data analysis that are behind every plasma run. The updated W7X will reopen next year in 2022 with plans to take another step closer to becoming an optimized stellarator blueprint design for future fusion energy power plants. 3. Finland breeds business from cross-disciplinary fusion reactor research. VTT, a Finnish-owned European research institution, is leading a new project for ITER, that investigates the innovation ecosystem around ITER to identify an operations model for small and medium business enterprises. Finnish institutions such as VTT and the University of Helsinki have been collaborating on ITER projects for decades, but recent projects granted to Finland, such as the Eurofusion-funded research project on new artificial intelligence methods for industrial and fusion research, will help facilitate longer-term networking for many co-innovation projects. Jarmo Heinonen from Business Finland says that Finnish companies are now taking great benefit from the know-how developed in EU projects and refining it to commercial projects. The work is strongly supported by the new nuclear innovation ecosystem, which is orchestrated with our growth engine funding. The article outlines several ways that fusion and nuclear-related research and collaboration spawn a technological and innovative ecosystem for Finland and beyond. In addition to nuclear fusion, VTT is working on 2 other Finland-funded nuclear ecosystem projects, focusing on nuclear fission decommissioning and small modular reactors. 4. Exhibition brings fusion power to the people of Marseille. Eurofusion, the European Research Consortium, has put together an interactive, game-based exhibition blending art, science, and technology to explore fusion energy. The traveling exhibit is called Fusion: Power to the People. The exhibit strives to help visitors to understand fusion energy and how it may play a role in our society that is exciting and accessible to all visitors. Eurofusion's outreach officer, Mohamed Belhorma, says, "We want to show all sides of fusion, its promise, but also the many challenges on the road to realize this technology, and questions like whether it will come in time. We are convinced that fusion has an important role to play in sustainable energy, and we want to have a discussion with the public about what the role could be." Fusion: Power to the People premieres in Marseille, France, and admittance is free of charge. It opened on Friday, October 8th, and will run until December 19th, 2021. And now I have some bonuses for you at the end. Can nuclear fusion put the brakes on climate change? The New Yorker magazine wrote a wonderful piece about the inspiration, hard work, and the great people behind the tokamak design and superconducting magnets driving the technology behind Commonwealth fusion systems. Check it out for a great read. And our second bonus is about the clean energy from the fastest moving objects on Earth. The BBC published an article about the current work from First Light Fusion, an Oxford-based fusion company. The article interviews Nicholas Hawker, the founder of First Light Fusion, about the technical challenges of First Light Fusion in addition to the advantages of a diverse and competitive industry of many different fusion technologies and companies. Well, that's all for your fusion news this week. Please subscribe to our channel for more fusion news and check out the links in the description for further information.